What are the pros and cons of living in Provo, Utah? Provo, Utah is known as the Little Salt Lake to Salt Lake City. It is the main city in Utah County in Utah. Hi, my name is Jenny. I am a real estate agent with Real Brokerage, and I am trying to help you find the best educational decision in making your next move in Utah. So click that link down there below. Let's get in touch and talk about your situation. Until then, you guys, we're going to jump into this video talking about 4 different things of the pros and cons of living in Provo, Utah. Number 1, the strong job market and the thriving economy. That is a pro. Number 2, the rise of the cost of living. It is becoming very expensive to live in Provo, and that is a con. Number 3 is a con, the air quality issues, because we have the Wasatch Mountains nearby. What is that doing to the air quality? And number 4 is a pro, the outdoor living and recreational opportunities by living so close to the Wasatch Range. All coming up in this video. Number 1, the thriving job market and economy in Provo, Utah. In Provo, Utah, you are squished between 2 universities. You've got the Brigham Young University, which is owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or known as Mormons, and the Utah Valley University. It is a high transient city that creates a lot of energy and a lot of drive to be successful because you have a lot of young minds wanting to find their career path. What this means is that we have a lot of small businesses opening up and creating a business opportunity for those who are looking for jobs. Currently, right now, since the report of December of 2024, we are seeing an increase of jobs at 1.8%. That is a huge increase across the board in America, where the natural percent is 1.4. Now, the unemployment rate is at a 3.5%, where normally the United States is at a 4.2. So across the board with jobs, it is looking really well. Provo's economy seems to be standing really strong, which also supports the housing market over there. The housing market is a desirable city to live in, which creates a demand and the prices rising for the homes over in that area. Due to the high population demand and the smaller land mass, we are starting to see more high-rise buildings over there. Condos, a lot of townhouses being built. This is kind of the story across the board of everywhere in Utah. If you are looking to move to Utah, you are going to be competing with the medium range home price, which is between $500,000 and $560,000 for a single family home. Now, again, a lot of students live over there. There's a lot of rental potential, a lot of investment potential over there. And again, the jobs are just thriving over there in Provo, because also the transit system is set up for those who need to be successful. This creates a busy and hustle bustle of energy and thrive to be able to keep moving forward in an environment where it's fun and it has energy to create business and atmospheres to grow. Number 2, the con of the rising cost of living in Provo, Utah. It is true that we have more demand of people wanting to buy homes than people who can afford homes, which creates a long line for when those homes become affordable to buy. But that also creates a price gap in between the fact of that anytime you have a higher demand of buyers than you have sellers, it gives the sellers the ability to raise the prices of their homes. And that is what's been happening in Utah for the last 4 years since the interest rates have been dropping. Since the interest rates have gone up, the buyers have stepped back. They can't afford the homes because of the cost of living and inflation happening over there in Provo. Now, not to be worried. We know the economy and the jobs are still standing strong over there, and the housing market is still standing strong. It is just a matter of if that demand and the supply can start evening out and buyers can start affording homes and sellers can start accepting the fact of what offers buyers can afford. Currently, there's a standstill in the market where sellers are not wanting to lower their prices and buyers are not wanting to submit offers, but we are also in the middle of January, which is historically the slowest season in real estate. So knowing if you're wanting to move into Provo, these are considerations to make when it comes from the cost of living. Now, because there's a transportation system over there, it can lessen your cost of living a bit and in participating with the UTA system over there. That is because of the high transient of students and knowing that students just don't make a lot of money. The economy over there is expensive and it continues to have a rise on the housing market. Your equity and appreciation in your home continues to move over above 2% every single year. So being a homeowner in that area is only going to be the benefit to be able to move forward. We haven't seen a decrease in our appreciation of the home values over there in Provo, so it's always a good idea to buy a home even if the cost of living is expensive. Number 3, the con of the air quality. in Provo, Utah. Now, if you look at the map, the Wasatch Range, this map right here, the Wasatch Range really runs all the way down around Provo. And then you also have a lake that happens to not give off a lot of good chemicals, but more bad chemicals. And we're trying to preserve that and make it look better. There's a lot of things happening in Provo when it comes to trying to build more recreational opportunities, build more opportunities to put more trees in the area. Utah has built a lot of trees in the last decade to create an environment to be more of a green environment versus a desert. Now, we're not compared to those who are on the coast, that's for sure, but because we planted a lot of trees, we're trying to increase the quality of the air. But with that being said, we have what happens is called an inversion. So we don't have the massive amount of pollution like you see in Boston or in California, where they have pollution air issues. What we have is called the inversion issues, where the actual pollution is not able to escape the air because of the Wasatch Range. So for a lot of people, that is a con, but it's not just a Provo con. It's across the board, right next to the Wasatch border in all of Utah. So if you're wanting to move in, let's say Orem or Lehi or Draper or West Jordan, you're going to have the same issue. So it's not really a Provo issue, but do know that because of Geneva Road with the neighboring city down there below by Orem, Geneva does put out a lot of pollution. They have discussed on trying to maybe see if we can move that because of the high population, but nothing has been in the works to try to get that to be moved. Provo, again, is trying to build an infrastructure for transportation to maybe try to lower some of that pollution though. Number 4, my favorite pro in living in Provo, Utah is the quick and easy access that you have to the Wasatch Range, and that is called the Provo Canyon. Very famous, known for the Sundance and the ski slopes right next to Sundance. You may have heard of Sundance Film Festival. In Provo, you're about 15 to 20 minutes away. I've done a full-on video about Provo and the pros and cons of living in Provo and the infrastructures in there. You have the culture life there, which actually brings in less stealing, less lying, and more of an honest community because of the Mormon religion over there and the university that is owned by Brigham Young University. If you're looking for a town that's going to be up and coming, thriving with business opportunities, with appreciation in your home, with the outdoor lifestyle of camping, hiking, getting easy access to the snow and to skiing, to be able to go to the lake over there in Orem and in vineyard areas, Provo might be the area for you to get that vibe of energy. You also have a lot of young businesses over there, which creates a lot of small opportunities for small restaurants, the hole-in-the-wall restaurants. The city nightlife is a little bit smaller because the Mormons don't drink alcohol, but there still is a nightlife opportunity over there. So make sure you check out my video above there about Provo and the pros and cons in living there. Provo can be a great city to live in. If that is something you're looking for, leave a comment down there below. I do have a link for a calendar to set up a time to meet with me to discuss your situation and your needs. So go down there and click that link, guys. And until then, I'll see you in my next video.